Welcome to Mr. Woods' Wonderful World of Art, and I'm Mr. Woods, and in this episode of Tips, Tricks, and Techniques, I'm going to demonstrate how to hold your brush to create 3 Oriental style flowers. I'm going to be using watercolors, but I'm going to use or show off my wonderful watercolor brush set that I received from my younger brother Brian. Thanks a lot, Brian. But if you don't have tube watercolors, you can just do the traditional set, the traditional pan set of watercolors. You'll need some paper towels. I'm going to be using a tray for my watercolor. Of course, you'll need some brushes, preferably ones that are round, that'll have a nice point when you're using it. Some agua. And heavy duty paper that you can paint on, that it won't rip or tear or bleed through. So find those materials and let's begin. Here is the watercolor brush set that I'm going to be using that my younger brother got for me. He purchased it at Ross. You can see here it was regular price $10, right? And he bought it for, I don't really know what he paid for it, but it says Ross price $5.99. So that's not bad for a 25 piece. It comes with a wooden palette, a variety of different brushes. I'm going to be using the round brushes, so you might find yourself a couple different sizes. I'm probably just going to stick to one. And these awesome watercolor tubes, we got a whole set of them, and if you know anything about watercolor, used watercolor before, that's going to last a really long time. So let's crack this open. You see, pretty cool tubes. And that's where you puncture the tube because it'll be sealed. Use that, push down gently. Now your tube's open and you're ready to use it. Sometimes it gets a little bit of paint on the end of the cap, but oh well. The brushes look pretty nice. I like the looks of this one here, and I think I'm going to use that one. Okay, I have everything set up. I have some blue, violet, red, and some green setting in my tray. Again, if you're using just the pan, I have a couple different types of pans. You would just add the water to the dry pan and get it wet, and you'll be able to use that. It'll work just the same, but I was just excited about using this set. I punctured the holes in the tubes and then just put them into the tray, and we'll see how well this works. I think it looks really nice as the paint is, really nice and fluid, and looks like it's going to be able to move around. And I'll add just a little bit of water, just have a plastic cup. So just warning, kids at home, before you get started painting, check with your parents first. Now I'm going to make 3 different flowers, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to hold my brush a certain way. So I'm going to hold it from the side, and I'm going to be going straight up and down, and I'm going to kind of place it in a certain spot, and then I'm going to rotate around. So if you have a lot of room, it's going to be nice for you, like at a table, to make sure you have enough room to go all the way around. And I'm going to work kind of fast, so I'm going to move my water to the side, add a little bit of water. So first thing is getting my brush wet. I'm going to pick the red first. So add a little more water to it. And I load my brush up. My brush is loaded. It'll look red. It's not dripping. That's one thing. And then you're going to hold it with your hand sideways here. You're going to go straight down. So we're going to use the bristles of the brush to create our first flower, and it's going to be at the very top of our paper. There's my first flower. You can see that. So we're going to make 3. So we've got a tall, then we'll have a medium size right in the middle, and then we'll have a short one. So I'm going to move to my blue, and I just slid my tray over to give myself some more room. So if you want to dry your brush off to get rid of that color, the pigment off of it before choosing your next color, do that. Or if you don't mind them kind of mixing together, that'll work as well. My brush is loaded up. It's hard to tell that it's blue. Blue. Alright, this one's going to go right in the middle, so I'm going to move my tray, give myself some room. Just straight up and down. Let the brush do the work. I'll switch hands just because I just don't have enough room, and I'm videoing. And I'm just using 6 petals. You can do more, but try not to let them touch each other. That's going to be key. That's something that is going to make or enhance this picture when we're done. Now I'm going to choose my violet, or you can call it purple, whatever. This is so much fun. Got my purple on here. Again, I'm holding it straight up and down or sideways. It's going to be parallel with the table. So just go up and down with our motion. I'm going to put it right over here. And then bam, I'm done. Next I need a color for the center of the flowers. Now when you're drying off your brush, roll your brush, roll it because you want to keep that nice point, that tip. And again, do the same thing when I'm loading up my brush. I'm not sticking it in here like I'm trying to mop the floor. Hopefully you kids know what mopping is and have done it before. But you're going around in a circle, and that's keeping the brush tip nice and pointed. So this time I'm going to go right in the center, and I'm going to have my brush straight up and down, or it's perpendicular to the table. I'm going to have my arm set, so I'm using it as a bridge, and you can see the bottom of my brush, or the bottom of the handle, and I'm going to go straight up and down, and I'm just going to touch the paper, dots, 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 dot, dot, right in the middle. Same thing over here, dot, 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 and the last one, dot, 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 dot. Rinse off my brush, and we're ready for the stem. I want this to flow, so I'm adding a lot of water to it. Go around so I have a nice point, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to pull down. But if it gets close to a petal, I'm going to stop. Don't go through. So I'm going to start right here, keep my tip up, stop, stop. Don't end at the very edge of the paper, so stop a little bit early. That looks really nice. We'll do it again on our medium one. Make sure you're not putting your hand on there, so give yourself enough table room that you can use the bridge. Again, that'll help you prop it up, and then that keeps you from, whoa, no control. We'll finish it up a little bit. There we go. And my very last one. Load up with my green. He's going right in the middle. Perfect. I'm really liking this. Now, let's put some leaves on there. I try not to put any more than 2 leaves per stem, but you can put more leaves. We're going to use the same technique as we did for the petals, holding the brush parallel with the table. 1 here just to kind of fill in the space. 2, there we go, awesome. And then the last one in right here. Now I'm going to call that good. I have a few little sprinkles here and there. Don't worry about those. Don't worry about your mistakes. Just let it air dry, and it's pretty awesome. And what I would do to finish this out would be sign it right down here at the bottom. And again, you have 2 sheets of paper, so you can come back, You want to do warm colors on one, you could do cool colors on the other. You can do 3 that are blue, 3 that are red. You know, just have fun. But the idea is, don't fill it up full of petals, flowers, and leaves. Give yourself a little bit of room. That negative space in between the petals and the inside, and that negative space in between the leaves and the stem, that's what's really awesome, and it helps this piece. So I can't wait to see yours once you finish. Take a picture of it, upload it on my Facebook page. Hey my friends, I'm so thrilled you decided to join me for another tips, tricks, and techniques video right here in Mr. Woods' Wonderful World of Art. And after you complete your painting of 3 Oriental style flowers, take a picture of it, upload it onto my Facebook page. Also, continue to check my YouTube channel for more art videos, and please like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Because remember, if anyone can do it, it's you.